All right, I hope you had a good weekend and are ready to start equations. This should be a fairly easy lesson for most of you. You aren't terrible at equations. You are actually pretty good at equations this year because we have done so many with them. But we thought it'd be a good idea to just go back to 1 and 2 step for anyone that needs it. So this should be a quick video and it should be a really quick, easy reminder of 1 and 2 step equations. Okay, so when we're doing equations, we're really just trying to move one number to the, or multiple things away from the variable. We're trying to get the variable by itself. So I always put that line down the middle. I want to move the negative 11 over to the right side, and in order to do that, I need to do the opposite operation to get rid of it on the left side. So I'm going to add 11 to this side, and if I add 11 to this side, I have to do the same to the other side. All right, so m equals, and then if you could think back to a week ago, integer rules, different signs, we're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So we're going to take 19 minus 11, which is 8, and then we're going to keep the negative, so m equals negative 8. And that is our answer for that one. Okay, this one is just the opposite because it's x plus 2, means I need to subtract 2 from both sides. So x equals, and then different signs, we're going to subtract again, so 2 minus 1 is 1, and we're going to keep the sign of the larger number, so negative 1 is my answer. All right, when we're multiplying and dividing, it is the same thing. We're going to do the opposite operation. So on this one, we have p divided by 9. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So we're going to multiply 9 on both sides. And I really strongly suggest, like, if I'm showing work the way I'm showing it, you should show work that way too, because it's just, I've found that it is the best way to show it that makes sense, because everything is just in line with itself. So 9 times negative 2 is negative 18, and that equals p. All right, and this one, we have 10n, which represents 10 times n, so we're going to divide, and I show dividing this way, by 10 on both sides. And 150 divided by 10 is 15, so 15 equals n. Okay, 1 step, pretty straightforward. 2 step gets a little bit trickier, but not really. Again, you guys are pretty good at order of operations. We really do opposite PEMDAS, so we always get rid of the adding and subtracting first, and then the multiplying and dividing last. So line down the middle. We want to get rid of the adding or subtracting first. We want to get rid of this negative 10, and we do that by adding 10 to both sides. And again, this is when showing your work the way I show my work is probably really important, because it'll keep everything in line. All right, and I'm going to put a line under this. All right, so on the left side, x divided by 2 minus 10 plus 10. These cancel themselves out, okay, and I'm left with x over 2 equals negative 5 plus 10 is positive 5. Okay, x is still not by itself, so I need to do the opposite of the dividing, which would be multiplying by 2. So x equals 10. And that's my final answer because x is by itself. Okay, let's try another one. So line down the middle. We have 3p plus 10 on the right side, which means I need to get rid of stuff on the right and move it to the left. So I'm going to subtract 10 to start because that's the opposite. 18 minus 10 is just 8 equals 3p. Okay, then I need to divide both sides by 3. And 8 divided by 3, we can't, we can divide, but we're going to keep everything in proper as long as it's simplest form, and we can't simplify any further. So I can't write over there. 8 divided by 3 equals p is my answer. And fractions are okay to get as answers. Okay, this one, same concept as the last one. We're going to start by subtracting 12 from both sides. And I'm going to get 0 equals 8x. And that's okay to have. Then I'm going to divide by 8. 0 divided by anything is 0, so 0 equals x. And that is my answer. Okay, I want you to try this one real quick. Pause the video and then come back and see if you have the correct answer. Alright, you should have gotten that x equals 1/3 once you simplify 4 divided by 12, which is 1/3. Alright, go and complete the practice problems for today, and I will see you all on Wednesday.